Hello, and this is just a video, just as an outro I suppose, to the rest of the playlist. If you've been watching everything, then you've seen these builds go from being horrible to being at least somewhat useful, to maybe even being quite good. Yes, these are fairly meta builds, apart from perhaps the warrior, the dervish, the assassin. Yes, the assassin would probably fall into the meta of not being used. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out into the previous area that I showed in the intro, and I'm going to use these builds and compare it to how we did in that intro, just to show you that there has been some improvement. So what I'm going to do is go out into the Resu Palace Explorable in hard mode and just kill some groups. So here we are in the Explorable. There's a set of enemies in front of us. I'll go and fight the mob that I did in the previous video as well, just to make sure that we can kill it. And what I'm going to do is just attack these guys. Yes, I apologise for the huge mess on the screen, but I'm just trying to prove that these builds are not terrible, and you may be able to watch what happens. Now, despite there being a lot of mess on the screen, you can tell that these enemies are going down, things are dying quite happily, the builds are doing okay, although there are some low characters now. That would be because we only have one healer, and he's managed to exhaust himself thanks to the Mesmer using some hexes on him and him not being able to remove them. I might also state that while I have set these builds up, I may or may not have necessarily used these profession combos in my own builds. I'm just working with what I started with, just to be fair. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Ogden's exhaustion to wear off, which could take ages, and then I'm going to go and fight the previous mob that we saw in the last video that we completely failed on. Alright, so I've skipped ahead a little bit. If you have noticed, I have died, but that's because I didn't wait for Ogden's energy to regenerate, and I just ran straight in like an assassin. Yay! So we're going to attack these guys as before, and hopefully we should be able to stand up to them this time. So far everything's doing fine. The elementalist is down, range is going down, and if we look at these hero bars, at least the important ones, so we get rid of you, get rid of Pyre, and get rid of Gwen, and you, we see that these bars are doing okay. Especially Ogden, we notice that its energy is almost full. We've taken out that mob with absolutely zero problem, and there we go. So clearly a massive improvement from the last one, where 2 or 3 people had died, all our resurrection signets had already been used, and we were completely, for lack of a better word, we were completely screwed. So I hope these videos have actually helped you out in your quest to become the #1 hero master of the game, and perhaps you've even learnt something. I wish you the best of luck in your title hunting, in your questing, in whatever you're doing in the game, and that's it from me. See you later, guys.